Now at 3, a live look at our local coverage of the Great American Eclipse as it continues on the left side of your screen right there. You are looking at the total eclipse happening right now in Jonesboro, Arkansas. They are in the path of totality. On the right side of your screen is what we are seeing right now here in Richmond. We are being treated to a partial eclipse of the sun. It started in Virginia about an hour ago, and we are minutes away from peak coverage of the sun. That is happening at 3:19. I want to thank you so much for joining us for the special edition of First Look at 3. Now, we are going to watch this historic moment right along with you over the next half hour. We have team coverage as Central Virginians gather to watch the moon cover up the sun. Watch parties, they are being held all across RVA. Let us start with Franklin White, who is live in Richmond's Monroe Park. Franklin, how many people are out there, people milling around, taking this in?
Yeah, Rachel, lots of people out here right now. Let me just show you, take a look. People are here on their blankets waiting to see this once or maybe twice in a lifetime event. Like you said, we're just minutes away from the peak happening here at RVA, and it is a beautiful, clear day, the perfect forecast to see an event just like this. And you probably can't tell, but it's already getting a little darker here as the eclipse heads towards its peak. But again, I talked to people here, many are students telling me that classes were canceled for them, allowing them to take part in this event. Of course, we won't see full totality here. RVA will see only a partial eclipse at only about 86% according to Ross, and it began at 2:02. Its peak once again happening at 3:19. Again, you're seeing people here on their blankets in Monroe Park with their glasses on, being safe, waiting to see this once or possibly twice in lifetime event. Actually, many telling me that they did see the 2017 eclipse. They saw it, some are here, they were young when they saw it once again back then. They're here now to see it for a second time, and they have their glasses ready, I have mine ready, and so they're here to see it, take part in this event, again, on their blankets, having a good time. The eclipse will happen in about, let's say, 17 minutes or so. It will end at 4:31, so we'll have all that coverage. You can hear from all the people here, well, some about how they feel taking this in. So again, a once-in-a-lifetime event happening here, or possibly twice, depending on where you were when it happened back in 2017, happening again here in Monroe Park. So it's getting darker, a beautiful clear day. We'll send it back to you. It's exciting here. They're excited, I'm excited. Back to you, Rachel.
All right, Franklin, we will check back in with you. And there is another popular spot right now that is having a party as we speak, the Science Museum of Virginia in downtown Richmond. And that is where we find Ezra Bryant. It looks like it's pretty busy there at this big watch party. Hey, Ezra.
Hey Rachel, yeah, it really is busy over here. This watch party got well underway around 2 p.m. tonight. That's when that partial eclipse started, and it'll be running until 4:30 p.m. Today. But there are hundreds of people out here waiting for that time at 3:19 when we're expected to get 86% coverage of that eclipse. There are hundreds of people out here waiting for that moment, and that does include Dan here from the Richmond Astronomical Society. So, Dan, can you kind of tell me why you wanted to be out here in person to catch this viewing?
Oh, I loved being out here. Great chance to show the moon and the sun together to the people in the daytime. We've got hundreds of people here. It's, it's a rare event for most people, and it's spectacular. It's a great view.
And also, too, I see that you have your telescope here as well, too. So can you kind of tell me just really briefly about the telescope itself?
Well, actually, it's a very old telescope. It's about 40 years old. It's not computerized, unlike many of the ones you see when you come to these events. It's a total manual event, manual telescope. So it's an oldie but goodie, like me. No, no, it's a good one. So, and then obviously people are enjoying it, and I'm glad to be able to share it with people.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Dan. And also, too, Dan, along with other members from the Richmond Astronomical Society, are lending their telescopes for everyone to use and view. I know I was able to do the same as well, too, and it was really jaw-dropping and also incredible as well, too. But they do have their solar filters on there as well, too, and we definitely want to have that on there because it can damage your eyes if you look up there without the correct protection on. So definitely a reminder out there to everyone out there, if you do plan on looking coming up, make sure you have your glasses on, handy, and ready. But there's tons of activities and things for everyone to get into. This event is free to the public as well, too. I know right here behind me, they have Gelati Selassie here, and also, too, you can make a pinhole viewer over there, and also they have sun printing over there as well, too. So just tons of activities for everyone to get into and the public to get into as well, too. But this is just one of many watch parties happening across our area. But that'll do it now here at the Science Museum. For 12 on your side, I'm Azariah Bryant. Back to you, Rachel.
All right, thank you, Azariah. Part of the experience is being out there with all of those people. And guess what? There are more events happening right now. Henrico County also hosting viewing parties at 2 of its parks. And we want to check in with Chantel Davis, who is live at Dory Park. Are there a lot of people out there, Chantel?
There are a lot of people out here at Dory Park, including this group behind me who is absolutely excited for what is about to happen. They are extremely excited. They are here with their glasses. They're out here doing activities, and a lot of them told me that they've been out here at least since about 12:30. And I think one of them wants to come and chat about how excited they are for what's about to happen. So, how excited are you about what's about to happen?
I'm very excited, and it's a once in a lifetime thing. So I'm just happy I'm able to see it.
What is the most exciting thing that you're anticipating for tonight?
Probably just seeing like the solar eclipse and just experiencing.
Really? Are you excited as well?
Yes!
Why are you excited?
Because I can't wait for the solar eclipse to be super dark.
He cannot wait for the solar eclipse to be super dark. You heard it from some of the youngest people out here, and I've also been talking to some people who have seen solar eclipse in 2017, and they're going to chat with me as well to give me a comparison to what they thought about 2017 in comparison today. Other stuff that's happening out here at Dory Park, they have a lot of activities going on, and they're even giving away food to the community. So if you come out here, it's free to the public. You can enjoy the eclipse, have the experience, and also get some free food, as well as have some activities with your friends and family. So a very, very exciting time out here in Dory Park.
All right, Chantel Davis, thank you so much. And I'm joined now by Megan Weiss. You couldn't have asked for a better weather day for us right now.
We really lucked out. We've been watching this now for what seems like more than a week. And not just in Richmond, but really along the entire path of totality. We're seeing almost perfect viewing conditions with the exception of a couple of areas.
Yeah.
We are seeing some clouds, especially up towards New York. It looks like right now we have overcast skies, but around here we've seen some high thin clouds move in. So still visible. If you want to get out, make sure that you use your glasses. This is what we're looking at right now as far as our sky cam. We do have those high thin cirrus clouds, but these clouds are more of like the filtered sunshine. These are the clouds we needed today. We didn't need the thick overcast skies clouds. So this is still what you're able to see with your glasses when you look up at the sky here within the next 10 minutes or so. This is a look at the wide picture. You can see some rain down towards areas like Texas and into Mississippi. They're unfortunately seeing a lot of cloud cover, but where the eclipse is taking shape now through
that
Kentucky,
path it's going.
that totality path, where we're looking at Indiana, Ohio. It looked like portions of Cleveland look like they could be cloudy, but right now they're looking at a good deal of sunshine. And what we were watching though is that path continues up into New York. It goes from Erie to New York, that totality. It does look a little cloudy, but around here.
And look at what we're seeing right there. You can see on the right side of your screen. This is actually the view from South Richmond. Let's talk.
Camera,
let's talk about like what people are going to experience here at 319 when it's at its peak.
Right. So if you were tuning in, we've had some great coverage this afternoon through 2 o'clock. The areas that are in that path of totality, that's where you actually go dark. You get dark.
It's nighttime.
Exactly. Yeah. It gets cool, a little breezy. You might hear some of the animals that normally come out at night at that time. Around here, don't expect to go dark for several minutes.
It'll dim.
It'll dim, yes. Like the cloud just went across the sky or, over the sun. It'll dim. You'll notice a little dimming, but we're not in darkness.
You will notice it cooling off a little bit. I experienced the one in 2017 here, and it just got a little dimmer, and then it felt a little cooler, and then all of a sudden the sun, the moon starts to move, and it just opens back up again.
It goes back to what we're seeing right now. But yeah, a little dimming can be expected here as we get into 10 minutes now. But yeah, not the darkness. That's the totality. So
let's show the path. I think we have the path that we can put up and show you all. at home. This is the actual path it's going to travel, the states it's going through. This is where you get the best view.
Right, so that black line, that is the 100% totality where you do go into darkness, and that goes through, you can see Evansville in Kentucky, it stretches into Indianapolis, makes its way up into Ohio, and then up towards the Northeast. So
and a lot of people describe this as a magical experience, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's just weird when the world goes dark all of a sudden.
Not
and then
something you see all the time.
Yeah.
Rare.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Megan. We're going to check back in with you in just a few. But the peak coverage of the sun is minutes away here in RVA. This is another live look from our cameras here at our 12 on Your Side studios in South Richmond. You can watch it live with us when we return.
Smallwood Renovations, Richmond's track.
Take a look at this. This is what we are seeing here in Central Virginia right now. If you have your glasses and you are looking up, you are almost seeing the full partial eclipse that we are going to experience. And this is the view from South Richmond, our camera here at the 12 on Your Side studios. Excitement is growing at watch parties across the area. We're going to check back in really quickly, but we are going to be here with you for the moment of the full partial eclipse here in Richmond. But let's check in back now with Franklin White at Monroe Park. I imagine people are getting really excited, Franklin.
They are. I'm excited too. It's pretty cool. You can already tell it's getting dimmer. Megan said earlier it won't get completely dark here, but you can tell it's getting dimmer as the peak gets closer. Take a look, Rachel. We are here at Monroe Park. People are on their blankets. It's now filling up pretty quickly. It's about 30 minutes ago, it was about maybe 50%. Now it is literally packed here. People are waiting with their glasses on, look up at the sky, watching it. One group told me it looks like a banana right now, actually, when they look up at the eclipse, wearing their glasses to protect their eyes, though. But earlier I mentioned they told me many of their classes were canceled because for many of them, this is either their first or second time seeing this event and they didn't want to miss it. So again, we are just minutes away from, like 5 minutes away from the peak moment here. It's getting dimmer here, a perfect forecast to see this event. And so we hope to bring it to you. We will bring it to you live. And again, people here are so excited. I'm excited. We'll send it back to you.
All right, and thank you, Franklin. And the perfect place for us to go next, people that live for this, the folks at the Science Museum of Virginia. Ezra Bryant is there, where there is a big party going on. Lots to talk about, Ezra.
Yes, definitely a whole bunch to talk about. People have been out here waiting for hours for this special moment, with some even waiting years for this phenomenon. I'm actually here joined with Billy from the Richmond Astronomical Society, and he has his telescope here. Billy, so why did you want to come out here and experience this in person?
Oh gosh, I've been into this since the 60s, since I was a kid. I mean, I tried to take a picture of a lunar eclipse at night. All of them came out black. But it didn't deter me. I went to 2017, I went down to Charleston. I got to see the total eclipse there. And when I heard about this one, I checked with Jim Browder. He's a club president. He gave me a rundown on what's going to be happening out here, and here we are. There's about 4 of us.
And I know we're just minutes away from that phenomenon here at 319. So I know that there are tons of people here waiting for that. And also, too, if you could pan up there for me, my Photog Owen, there are people up here waiting at the top of the parking deck just so they can catch that moment. There's just hundreds of people here waiting for that moment. We're about 4 minutes away from that right now, and there's tons of other activities for the public to get into. Now, this event is free over here at the green space at the Science Museum of Virginia. But yeah, there's just tons of things happening, and we're all just waiting for that special moment. But that'll do it out here at the Science Museum watch party. Back over to you, Rachel.
All right, and before we hit the peak moment here in Richmond, we want to check back in with Chantel Davis. She is live at Henrico's Dory Park. Hi, Chantel.
Hey, Rachel. We are out here at Dory Park, and I'm standing next to some students here from Richmond Public Schools, and they are absolutely excited about what's about to happen in just a few minutes. And can you just tell everybody how excited are you about
Really excited.
And why are you excited?
Because it's about to turn dark.
It's about to turn dark. That's what we're getting. And they've done a lot of crafts out here. You can see this in my hand, and this is just a bracelet that they've been working on, and the beads on the bracelet actually turns colors along with the sunlight. So it's just a cute little experiment, cute little craft that they have going out here. They're also making a bunch of pinwheels. So just a lot of things out here for the kids. Again, there's a lot of families out here. Everyone is preparing, putting on their glasses, because again, in just a few minutes, we will have that partial eclipse at that peak time of 3:19. But I'm going to go ahead and send it back over to Rachel as we prepare for this time of the partial eclipse.
You know, and thank you so much, Chantel. And Megan Wise joining me now, because we're about a minute 45 away from the peak moment here. We should pull up the camera to show you all, to make sure you get the good view too from our cameras here in the studios. But Megan, this is just a fun time for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a lot of excitement around. We don't see this often, you know, and you want to make sure that you have your glasses. If you are planning to go outside, don't go out and just look up at the sun.
Yeah.
Make sure that you have your glasses. If you don't have glasses, though, a lot of people, you know, may not have had time to go to the store. There are still ways to see the eclipse. You could get a colander in your kitchen. Make sure that the sun is to your back. Put the colander in front of you, and then that sunlight will project through the holes of the colander, and then you'll see the eclipse on your driveway or your sidewalk. So there are ways to see it if you don't have the glasses.
And we are 1 minute away right now from the peak. And Megan, this is about 86% coverage, which is still a good amount, but we are not in the path of totality, so it will not become instantly dark like we're seeing in a lot of the videos that are happening, the moments happening right now across the country.
Still incredible, yeah. So that path of totality is back towards our west. So that's why we get to see this sliver, the banana. I think someone out at the museum had said, people in the path of totality, you know, see total darkness. So remember, we're not going to be as dark here. It won't be nighttime, but it will be dimmer as we go through the next at least minute or so.
I remember from 2017, if you step outside at this moment, we are about 20 seconds away or so. You notice it gets just a little dimmer, a little cooler out there, and then it quickly passes away.
Yeah, and quick note here, as you're looking at this great image from our camera, this is our camera here in Richmond, this isn't what you see when you walk outside, so don't expect to see darkness. This is one of the filters over our lens, like you would look through the glasses.
Yes.
So that's what you see when you look through the glasses, this nice banana-shaped
And this
eclipse.
is peak right now. We are in the peak of the partial solar eclipse for Central Virginia. I'm excited.
Ooh, it's not
I wish we were outside
for
to
another
see
20
it.
years.
I
Can
know,
we take
20
this
years.
show outside?
But another 20 years is when we will get another good eclipse that crosses the United States, and another path through the United States where we might get a good one. And then there won't be one through Virginia, though, until like 2099, I think it is. So that's a long ways to wait.
I don't think we'll be there for that one.
Yeah.
We might miss that one.
But hopefully you have your glasses if you step outside. I know I just got a picture from my husband. My kids are outside looking at it right now with the glasses on. They're super excited. It's just something you don't see every day. So
yeah, it's a great spectacle. Hopefully you get a chance to get and enjoy. If you're just tuning in, take your glasses outside. Hopefully you have them, and make sure that you're not going out with sunglasses.
That's right.
You want to make sure that they are the approved glasses for this. They have the ISO in the inner part of the glasses to just make sure that you are.
All right, and we're going to show you the totality happening right now in another part of the country as well. We want to show you that moment so you can see what it's like here in Richmond versus what it is like. Look at that.
Wow.
Just darkness, because the sun is completely blocked at this moment. And then they've switched the camera. They just switched the camera to another shot probably. But look at that.
Very cool.
It's very cool. And when the moon covers the sun entirely, you actually can see the corona of the sun and kind of the solar flares. And they're 400 times hotter than the surface of the sun, those flares that you get to see when you look at this. It's amazing.
Science.
Yeah, we think this is a picture of Erie, Pennsylvania on your left, and then that is Richmond, Virginia in the path of totality on the left. We are in a partial solar eclipse on the right. 31 million people live in that path, and 150 million live within 200 miles of the path. So you can imagine how many people have crammed into this part of the country. that gets the path of totality.
I did get a text earlier from a family member in Pennsylvania that's close to the path of totality, and they said one of the interstates is just jammed packed.
Wow.
And so just a lot of excitement of people trying to see this total solar eclipse in that part of the country.
Well, I think I saw a state trooper say it's like 7 Super Bowls exiting at once when everyone tries to leave wherever they are watching this, because there are so many people gathered across the country right now. Well, we are going to come right back, but again, we have passed the peak partial solar eclipse here in Richmond, but keep your glasses on, keep looking up, because the moon is going to be moving across the sun until around 4:31. This is a live look at the event here in South Richmond. We are back with more on the other side of this break.
Mechanics.
And take a look at this. We want to show you another live look at the total eclipse of the sun. Hopefully we'll be able to show this to you on the left side of your screen, and the path of totality in the northeast. That's what you'd see. This is us, actually, so we're going to show you a shot of us. This is what it looks like right now over the Richmond area. Now, we had peak coverage minutes ago, but this is still a sight to see. Megan just ran outside to go see it for herself with the glasses we have here at the desk, which means you also still need to be wearing your protective glasses as you look up over the next hour or so. Franklin White live at Monroe Park, where folks gathered to take this all in. Hi, Franklin.
Hey there, you know the word I keep hearing, the word is magical. Folks kept saying how magical this was, seeing it firsthand with their glasses, of course. I do want to say that, you know, obviously it does feel cooler, but if you can see right here, it's dimmer. The street lights in the park came on, actually. So that's pretty cool. It shows you, I guess, that they are maybe censored to come on once it gets a little darker out. So that was pretty cool to see people on their blankets here still watching as we go from peak towards the end of the eclipse. Again, that happens at 4:31. The peak happened at 3:19. So again, people are here. It's still, the park is still pretty filled with people just taking this in. And for many of them, it was their first time. For some, their second time seeing it. So again, a very magical experience. And we'll send it back to you in studio, Rachel.
All right, thank you, Franklin. And the magic continues. Our national live coverage of the Great American Eclipse continues until 3:30. We will see you back here for your news on First at 4. Have a great afternoon, everyone.